Hello, welcome back to this virtual environment. Here we're going to learn how to use factorizing to solve harder quadratic equation. You must first know how to factorize harder quadratic before you can do this. And there are different ways of doing the factorizing. So here to do that, you need to list the factor pairs for negative 40 because we always have to multiply the coefficient of x squared by the constant. Now I prefer to do this method where we have 2x squared, it's going to be 2x and 2x in both brackets, that divided by 2, because at the end I'll cross out one of the two so that when you multiply and expand you get back to 2x squared. So choose a pair that will give you positive 3, put them back into the bracket. So you can factor out anything here. You can factor out 2. And now I've got my 2 to cross out. So I now have 2x minus 5 into bracket x plus 4 or equals to 8. So I set each bracket equal to 0 and I work it out separately. So for the first one, plus 5 to both sides and dividing 2 through will give you x equals 5 over 2. Minus 4 from both sides will give you x equals negative 4. This is the answer for the first one. Second one, always double check and make sure they are in the right format. We have the square term, we have the constant term, but the x term is missing. It's on the other side. We have to always make sure the right hand side or one of the sides is always equal to 0. How do you make this become 0? By taking away 16x from both sides. So at the end, the 16x that you're taking from both sides comes here, and that becomes 0. You begin the process again. 3 times 15, 5 is 15. So list your factor pairs of 15. It could be positive and positive, or negative and negative. So 3x divided by 3. Which one will give us positive 16? It's negative 16, sorry. It's negative 15 and negative 1. You put them in the bracket. You can factor out 3 here, so you can be able to cross out your 3. Cross out the 3, so all I have is this equals 0. Set each equal to 0 and work it out. If this is x minus 5 equals 0, x will be equals to 5. If this is equal to 0, add 1 to both sides and divide both sides by 3. You get 1 over 3. The last example is where we need to make sure we arrange it properly again. We want all the sides to become 0. This can become 0 when we take away 5x from both sides and we take away 4 from both sides. So you're going to have 6x squared then minus 5x minus 4 equal to 0. So we have 6x all over 6 equal to 0. 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. Factor pairs. So these are the two sets of pairs. Choose one that will make negative 5. It's this one. So it's 3 and negative 8. Put them in the bracket. And realize that, okay, we want to factor out and cross out the 6 at the denominator. So we check, we can factor out 3 here. We can factor out 2 here, and 2 times 3 will give us the 6. So it's still possible. So if you factor them separately, this is what we have, this is what we have. 2 times 3 is 6. So we can cross that off, and this is what we have. Set each equal to 0. So minus 1 from both sides and dividing by 2 will give us negative 1 over 3. Adding 4 to both sides and dividing by 3 will give us 4 over 3. So this is also possible, even though the answers are not necessarily integers. They are simple fractions that we could use factorizing to solve. Now, next example, we'll be looking at how to use quadratics formula to solve quadratic equation. How to use the formula to solve quadratic equation. Thanks for watching.